Hey, welcome back to Man 2040 Business Technology Psychology Thinkcast. And in the Thinkcast, we talk about business, technology, psychology, and importantly, we talk about the procedure, right? Procedure. What are those steps which you can put in practice to have that desired outcome? And today, I'm going to talk about how to close an enterprise complex deal. An enterprise complex deal, which may be up to 5 million euros, where there are many decision makers in the process, right? So let's assume that you sell an enterprise resource planning technology, right? And your deal size is from 3 million to 5 million euros, right? And the time you're pitching technology to the C-level executive, operational manager, etc., and maybe your technology is very powerful. Maybe your technology is really advanced, but the story doesn't finish here. Even though, remember, even though your technology is advanced, and if you are not able to manage the relationship with the CEO and stakeholders, then deal will never close, right? There will be always obstacle. There will be the people, those who will block the deal. And regardless of the fact that you have a great technology, you will not be able to sell, right? So I'm gonna give you some techniques, some tricks, some strategic action which you can put in practice to sell enterprise resource planning technology. Okay, so listen carefully. First thing is this: the time you interact with the company from the very first day, figure out who are those stakeholders, all stakeholders, right? Figure out who are the stakeholders, who is CEO, who is CFO, who is CDO, CXO, marketing, sales, decision maker, CEO's friend, right? CEO's business partner, right? Who are the board of directors? Just analyze everything, right? Just jot down their name, their profile, and etc. etc. That's very important thing. Second thing is then figure out who are those real decision maker who could influence your deal, who are those people, right? You do that. Third thing is then you start communicating with these all decision makers and stakeholders at the generic level. The time you are sending email from the very beginning, send the email to all of them. It shows that you are considering everyone, you are making a team, and you are respecting the decision of everyone in that company, right? Then, most important point, then you meet these stakeholders and decision maker at individual level. Meet them one by one, organize a meeting with them one by one, not in a group. Listen, not in a group, one by one, personal meeting, and write down all points, what they think about technology, what they think about their business, etc. Right? And the time you talk about, maybe you don't have much information about the company, right? You are a consultant and you don't know much about their company. And how do you know that? You don't know that they know much better than anyone else, and much better than you at least, right? So what you do, you organize this meeting and you write the point. Then you organize a meeting with another manager and then listen his points. And during that talk, you talk about the points which you collected from the first manager a little bit. So what will happen? It will help you in two ways. First of all, another manager would understand, yes, you really understand the business, and he would admire you. He will consider you. That means you are a professional, you are a competent professional who knows what he's talking about. right? And then you again note down the points in that second meeting. Then you organize a meeting with the third manager, right? The same thing, ask his opinion, and then share your opinion, which you have collected from the first manager and second manager about the company, about politics, about internal communication, about the future, etc. And again, it helps in two ways. First thing is this: other manager would help, would understand, would consider you as a competent person because he would know that how much you know about their business, how much you know about your company. And again, you talk to him or just note down his points, and then you make the meeting with another manager, right? Okay, so now after the 5-6 meeting with the 5 different manager, you have a big database, you have a huge pool of information with you about that company, which just these people know. No one knows externally about the company, real politics, real reality, what happens inside the company, right? And then in the end, what you do once you have this meeting, then you organize a meeting with the CEO, and you say, Mr. CEO, listen, we are helping your companies, and we have figured out that these are the critical problem inside the company. And on the base of our experience says that we can help you to solve these problems like this, you see. And again, the same thing would happen. First of all, CEO would understand that how much you know about their company, first thing. Then CEO will consider you as a competent professional who can really help the company. And third thing is CEO would be glad to share his opinion with you. Now you have all information about the process, about the people, about the company, and you can lead your implementation. That's first. Second thing, very important, remember, if you don't do that, your project will fail. Always try to appreciate these stakeholders in front of CEO. Always appreciate them. Always tell them how important they are, how valuable they are, and without their help, technology implementation would not happen. Just show their worth, show their value, show their knowledge, their competence, appreciate them in front of board of directors, in front of CEO, right? And just put the light on the fact that how critical, how important, how crucial they are for the company and for this business. Do that every time you meet the CEO, you meet them, or you meet some other manager, right? Do that. So remember, first thing is you organize from very first day, you organize the meeting with every single stakeholder, one by one, individual meeting. Second thing is the time you're talking with the CEO, and the time you have a business meeting, a common meeting with all stakeholders, you appreciate these stakeholders in front of CEO, right? About these qualities, about this competence, and then you will see that your implementation will completely go smooth. So follow these steps, and I'm sure you will be able to close a big, complex enterprise technology deal. Thank you.